From the high-tech thrills of Person of Interest to the sunny beaches of Hawaii Five-0, well, there's something for every fan of police procedurals on different seasons of Blue Bloods. And if you're like me, you've probably binged every episode of Blue Bloods at least 5 times. I mean, who doesn't love following the lives of those New York City cops and their oh-so-dramatic family dynamics? But even the biggest Blue Bloods fans need a little break sometimes. That's where this list comes in, my friend. We've got some shows that will make you love to hate them, all while keeping that same law enforcement focus that we crave. So sit back and relax, because we're bringing you these 5 shows that Blue Bloods fans would love to hate. And you know what? Just before we delve into the shows, we need to ask this $1 million question. What makes these shows different from your beloved Blue Bloods? Well, the answer may be pretty simple. They all have their unique strengths and differences, from the high-tech thrills of Person of Interest to the sandy shores of Hawaii Five-0, but they all share that same emphasis on justice and morality that we love so much. And don't worry, we're not saying you'll love these shows as much as you love Blue Bloods, but we promise they'll give you that same fix of engaging characters and compelling stories that you're craving. So kick back, relax, and get ready to love to hate these shows. And now, into the first. Let's talk about NCIS.
My God, man. Jimmy, how long have you been rocking those guys?
Guys, look, Jess and I might not have a label, right? But I have zero fear about this ex-boyfriend of hers.
Well, have you heard of NCIS? If not, you're missing out on some serious naval-themed detective action. NCIS is a police procedural drama that's been on the air for a while, and let me tell you, it's got everything you could want in a crime show. It follows a team of law enforcement officers as they investigate crimes related to the United States Navy and Marine Corps, which makes for some unique storylines. One thing that sets NCIS apart from Blue Bloods is its focus on the Naval Criminal Investigative Service. Now, that's a mouthful. Basically, they're responsible for solving crimes within the Navy and Marine Corps, which means they deal with some serious stuff like espionage, terrorism, and military corruption. I mean, who doesn't love a little extra drama and intrigue in their shows? But wait, there's more. What really makes NCIS stand out is its humor and lighter moments.
I mean, she never let me.
Well, you were young, it makes sense, but now, don't you have a right to know, make your own conclusions?
What's the point of its lies?
The point is to discover the truth for yourself.
Even though the show deals with some heavy topics, it's got a reputation for being witty and injecting humor into its storylines and character interactions. And who doesn't love a good laugh, right? And if you think that's too extreme for you, then this next show will blow your mind. I mean, get ready to pack your bags and head to paradise, because we're going to Hawaii. That's right, Hawaii Five-0 is the show you need to watch next. This show takes place in the beautiful Hawaiian Islands and follows an elite task force as they fight crime and protect the community. I mean, come on. How can you resist the sun, sand, and crime-fighting action? It's like a tropical vacation with a side of badassery. But don't worry, this show still has everything you love about Blue Bloods. There's a focus on family, loyalty, and justice that will have you feeling all the feels. The team members are more than just colleagues. They're friends who care about each other deeply. And let's not forget about the leader of the pack, Steve McGarrett, who's a former Navy SEAL and a total boss at taking down the bad guys. Now, as if that is not enough, then listen to this next. Ever heard about a little show called Castle? This show has it all: drama, action, romance, and comedy. And let me tell you all about it. First up, we've got Richard Castle. This guy is a best-selling author who teams up with the beautiful detective Kate Beckett to solve some of the craziest crimes in New York City. And trust me, this guy is charismatic and witty. You're gonna fall in love with him.
You know, Castle, when I was standing up there, I kept thinking about all the times we'd kissed. And I was trying to decide on the best one.
But it's not just about solving crimes, folks. This show has got some serious character development, and the relationship between Castle and Beckett is where the magic really happens. Their interactions are funny, sweet, and sometimes even a little spicy. I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of romance, am I right? And the best part is that there's a new case every episode, so you'll never get bored. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Except, in this case, you're always gonna get some action and suspense. And that's still not enough, because if you've watched Blacklist, you know what I mean. We're talking about a show that follows a former government agent who becomes a criminal and then surrenders himself to the FBI to help them track down other dangerous criminals. It's like if Batman decided to join forces with the Joker to take down all the other villains in Gotham. Now, if you're a fan of Blue Bloods, you might be wondering how this show compares. Well, while it's not a police procedural like Blue Bloods, it still has some similarities. Both shows deal with issues of justice, morality, and the consequences of one's actions. But while Blue Bloods focuses on a family of cops, The Blacklist puts the spotlight on a former agent turned criminal turned informant. Talk about a wild career path. So what sets The Blacklist apart? For one thing, it's got some serious twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. And the character of Raymond "Red" Reddington, played by the legendary James Spader, is one of the most fascinating anti-heroes on television today. And now this. Ever heard of Person of Interest? This show follows the story of a former CIA agent and a computer programmer as they team up to prevent violent crimes before they even happen. It's like Minority Report, but with less Tom Cruise and more awesome computer hacking. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds a bit more high-tech than Blue Bloods, and you're right, it is. But hey, that's what makes it so darn exciting. It's got all the justice and law enforcement drama you love from Blue Bloods, but with a more technological twist. And who doesn't love a good computer hack, am I right? So let's talk about the characters. You've got the stoic, no-nonsense CIA agent who's seen some serious stuff, and the brilliant yet quirky programmer who's a bit of an oddball. Together, they make an awesome crime-fighting duo that you won't be able to resist rooting for. But the real question is, will they be able to stop the bad guys before they commit their dastardly crimes? Will they be able to save the day with their fancy technology and slick moves? So, if you're a Blue Bloods fan looking for something new and exciting, give any of these mentioned shows a shot. I promise you won't be disappointed. And who knows, you may just learn a thing or two about computer hacking, loving and hating at the same time, romance, and all that thrills you in the process. Stay jazzy, my friends, and thanks for tuning in. Until next time,